Hello again, everyone. Joe from On AV and On a Vinyl back with the continuing series of 12 things that shouldn't be in the store. If this is the first time you're watching, I don't mean that they don't belong here. I just think that they're very good albums that shouldn't be in the store anymore because they should have been bought. A little bit of a twist this time, though. It's going to be the jazz edition. And to be totally honest, as I have always tried to be, not tried, I always have been, I've said before that I am not an expert in jazz by any means, and that still stands true. But what I did is there's a young man that comes in, his name is Cheney. Cheney, if you're watching, thank you very much for doing what you've done for me. He was in last week and I had him pull 12 jazz albums that he doesn't think should be in the store anymore. So that's what we're going to do today. He came in, he picked out 12. Then another gentleman came in a little while later, Dustin, who was actually looking for some jazz, and he pulled 4 of those albums out before I had a chance to film the video. And then I went and picked 4 myself that I'm somewhat familiar with. So this is the 12 things that shouldn't be in the store, the Cheney edition, minus 4, because they got bought before the video even got done. So Cheney, if you're watching this, you'll probably not recognize 4, but I picked out 4 that I thought would work. Real quick before I get into it, our 1-year anniversary of On a Vinyl is coming up May the 10th. That's a Saturday. That will be 1 year since we started with the records here in On AV. We have some things planned. A, we're going to be open that Saturday. B, we've got some presents for you on our anniversary. We haven't exactly decided what we're going to do, but we're going to come up with some giveaways and probably some discounts as well. So look for more information, listen for more information on that in the coming couple of weeks. But again, that will be May the 10th. It's a Saturday. It'll be our 1-year anniversary. And thank you all so much for making the first year fantastic, or at least the first 11 months and couple of weeks. I'm sure the other 2 weeks will be fantastic as well. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into the 12 things that shouldn't be in the shop anymore. The jazz edition, according to Cheney, and a little bit of me. First off, this is one that I chose because I was told it is one that Harry of Pat and Harry would often put on as a demo. It's called Good Vibes at the Pawn Shop Jazz Club. There's that. I'm pretty sure that's going to be in focus for you. It's good. I've listened to it. We've listened to it a number of times here. It does sound really nice. And it's just some free jazz back from the day. Lars Erstrand, Arnie Dimmerus, Bent Hallberg, George Rydell, and Eagle Johansson are the artists on here. I probably have screwed those up, but for those that know, I'm sure you can correct me if you get a chance. Anyway, $55, Good Vibes at the Pawn Shop Jazz Club. There's number 1. Next up, this is one, again, that I am somewhat familiar with, but not completely, but it's Mr. Stanley Clarke and School Days. I think that's one that's out there quite a bit. Not necessarily bop jazz, but modern jazz, let's call it. But we've got a couple editions of Stanley Clarke and School Days, $10 for that. The first one, I should say, the Good Vibes, is $55, because I always like to let you know what our pricing is as well. Ry Cooder, I'm not sure that he necessarily falls into the jazz. A little bit of jazz, a little bit of blues. But this is, of course, Bop Till You Drop. That's one that maybe some will be familiar with. And the jazz fans are probably going to go, Joe, we know all of this already, but that's good. That's what this is intended to be. But a few items that should not be in the store anymore. $10, Ry Cooder, Bop Till You Drop. There you go. There's that. Next up, this one is certainly a little more blues, and it's Johnny Copeland, and it's the Texas Twister. Ry Cooder was $10. I can't remember if I said that or not. Texas Twisters, $15. Some great guitar that you can have a listen to. Sounds fantastic, really good. The Texas Twister, Johnny Copeland. Now, these are the ones that Cheney picked out. So you are completely on your own if you are a jazz fan. If not, I trust that Cheney knew what he was talking about, and I am just going to show them to you. First up, John Coltrane. That is certainly a name that I think we all somewhat recognize in the world of jazz. And this is Sunship, and $40. We've got that. It's on Impulse for those that are familiar with that label. Always good. let's move on to Hugh Maskela and Reconstruction, $15, just a nicely priced jazz title that we've got in stock that maybe we shouldn't have, pardon me. There you go, Hugh, and that's $15. Next up, very nice cover for what that's worth, and this is Ahmad Jamal, and this is Outer Inner Space. Outer Time, Inner Space. There you go. A second volume of extended performances recorded at the Montreux Jazz Festival. $40. That comes from the Pat and Harry collection. So you not only get a recommendation from Cheney, but you also get a recommendation from Pat and Harry. Also on the Impulse label. Again, Outer Time, Inner Space, Ahmad Jamal, $40. That is in stock and waiting here for you. Next up, this is certainly one I think we're all somewhat familiar with, even if you are limited in your jazz knowledge, and that is Coltrane, John Coltrane, and that is on the Blue Note label. Blue Train, John Coltrane, a nice Blue Note title. Not an obi, just a strip on the side for those that know what the obis are. It's not a Japanese pressing, but it is a Blue Note pressing, the finest in jazz since 1939, Blue Note. So there is John Coltrane and Blue Train. That is in stock. Can't remember if I told you the price, but I'll tell you again if I did, and if I didn't the first time, it's $55. Black Bird by Donald Byrd. This one we've had a couple of copies in before, $35. And there you go, there is Donald Byrd in stock for you to come and pick up. You can certainly come in and listen if you like. Come into where I'm filming this, which is our sound room, our theater. We've got our Bowers & Wilkins speakers. We've got our Denon turntable. We've got a brand new amplifier that we just brought in as well that we set up this afternoon to have a listen to. And it is a Hagel, really nice amplifier. Below it, we have also got our Musical Fidelity as well amplifiers. So you can come in and you can certainly have a listen to any of these albums if you like. Next up, 3 to go. Oliver Nelson, The Blues and the Abstract Truth, starring, because he's got some guests on there, I think as a lot of jazz performers do, Paul Chambers, Eric Dolphy, Bill Evans, Roy Haynes, and Freddie Hubbard, courtesy of Prestige Records. That is Oliver Nelson. There you go. And that is on, again, the Impulse label, which, again, is a pretty well-known jazz label. 2 to go. Songs for Distinguished Lovers. Well, that's not right. You can read it. I'm not sure. I'm screwing it up, but you can see it. It is Billie Holiday, $75 on the Verve label. That is an original press. Again, a recommendation from Cheney as well as from Pat and Harry, because that is from the Pat and Harry collection. $75. I should be able to say that word, but I can't. So there you go. Keeping it real, one take. And last, and definitely not least, is Mr. Bill Evans, and this is Interplay. On here as well, Freddie Hubbard, Percy Heath, Jim Hall, Philly Joe Jones on Riverside, on a vinyl, $50. I'm not sure why I just said on a vinyl. I know why, because I was looking at the sticker. It's also got the Pat and Harry sticker on it. You'll know that when you come in, if you're looking from something from that collection specifically, they all have the P&H on them. $50 again, Interplay, Bill Evans with Freddie Hubbard, Percy Heath, Jim Hall, and Philly Joe Jones. There you go, and that is on, I think I said anyway, the Riverside label. So there you go. There are 12 jazz albums that should not be in the store anymore. Again, thank you very much, Cheney, for helping me out with that. A couple selections by myself as well, with my limited knowledge. But come in, have a look through. Still lots of fantastic selection left from the Pat and Harry collection, as well as our existing stock that was here before that. Don't forget, coming up May the 10th, it will be our 1-year anniversary. I do have about, I think, 300 new albums to go out. There's a little punk in there. There's a little 80s rock. There'll be some metal as well. Some reissues that we picked up a little while ago. That'll be in there. So that'll all be out on the 10th as well. We're going to try and have some prizes, and we're going to probably have some discounts for you as well to help celebrate 1 year of On a Vinyl within On AV. Thank you so much for watching the latest edition of 12 Things That Should Not Be in the Store. You can find us That store that they shouldn't be in is at 1355 Cornwall Street, 522-6628. If you need to get a hold of us, you can also email me at joe@onav.ca. Lots of ways to find us. Come on in, have a listen to those, have a listen to anything, and thank you so much for watching.